Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So first, I just want to let you guys know the next few videos I'm going to be wearing the same shirt because I'm getting a bunch of recording done today so that I have stuff for you next week, because there's actually quite a few videos I want to make about different topics relating to the Nintendo Direct and, you know, recent gaming related things. So stay tuned for next week where I have a few uploads planned for that kind of stuff. But today I'm actually going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct that took place on Wednesday and how I feel about it. So obviously there's no reaction, but I'll explain why in a little bit. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned and you'll hear my complete thoughts about the Nintendo Direct.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. ZakPak, what will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
So firstly, the reason why there's no reaction is because my video got corrupted. Yay. So don't you love when that happens, when like your video is like completely laggy and unstable and your audio cuts out? Love when that happens. So yeah, so no reaction, so I apologize you guys. I thought it'd be better to not live stream, but alas, it kind of kicked me in the ass. So yeah, so sorry about that. But nevertheless, there were still some interesting things you know, announced, and it was probably better actually that there isn't a reaction video, because really my reactions to most of the things were very not much. There wasn't much excitement for me for much of the things that were announced. So that's where I'm kind of in the boat of not thinking the Direct was amazing, but it wasn't bad either. It definitely wasn't a bad Direct by any means. Like, I think the one we had back in February was, to me, severely disappointing, but it was definitely way better than that one, but nowhere near as good as E3 was. I guess one of my biggest complaints about the Nintendo Direct is that the two main games that it brought up were Luigis Mansion 3 and Pokemon, yet we barely saw either of those. I mean, Pokemon got like a couple minutes, sure, but like neither of them. I think literally let's talk about Animal Crossing for a second, right? Animal Crossing, this is a major Direct about 2019 titles, and Animal Crossing got more time than Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Link's Awakening combined. So I'm just kind of like, oh, these games that are coming out really soon that we should learn more details about, you don't say much. But the game that's still a little while off, not only did they just say a lot of mumbo-jumbo in that 5 minutes on Animal Crossing, but it was kind of stuff we already knew, too. So I don't know why they spent that much time on Animal Crossing, but not a lot of time on Luigi's Mansion 3. We saw more new Luigi's Mansion 3 stuff than we did Animal Crossing stuff. And Animal Crossing took 5 times the length of Luigi's Mansion 3, so I don't... They really kind of paced it weird, in my opinion. There's a lot of pacing issues, you know, like that, where Animal Crossing just took up way too much time for what they showed, and Luigi's Mansion 3 and Link's Awakening went way too quickly. You know, you kind of get what I mean? So let's get all the heavy hitters out of the way. Luigi's Mansion 3, honestly, I was disappointed. I was genuinely disappointed of what they showed of Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, I'm going to be making a whole video about this, but I don't know, like, it didn't do anything for me. I mean, we saw 2 more portrait ghosts, you know, the disco lady and the shark, cool, but there wasn't much substance to it. They showed off the new mode, which honestly I didn't like. I did not like that new mode. They were like party mini games. I don't correlate that to Luigi's Mansion. Scarescaper's one thing because you feel like you're playing Luigi's Mansion when you're playing Scarescaper. You know, clearing the rooms of ghosts, working together to work up a tower, that kind of thing. That feels like Luigi's Mansion. And then you get this Scream Park mode. It just didn't do it for me. I don't know. I just did not like Scream Park. I'm never gonna play it. So I mean, did they say that you can only play it locally? There's no online for it. Because I remember saying you can play it locally up to 8 players. It did not say online. So I guess it's a local only mode. So I really don't know how many people are going to be playing this mode outside of YouTubers playing it to play it for you guys. You know? So I don't know. I mean, even I probably wouldn't even play it for my YouTube channel, you know? It's just doesn't look that fun. It doesn't look that interesting. And, yeah, so that's what I gotta say about Luigi's Mansion. It was really underwhelming and kind of disappointing, given that this is probably the last mainline Direct before Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out. So, I don't know. Pokemon Sword and Shield, we learned couple interesting things. We learned about curry and rice. We learned about camping. Really interesting kind of stuff. But I will say that it is nice that we got a little bit more in-depth detail of newer things with Pokemon, rather than, like I said, Animal Crossing, where they just kind of retreaded what they said at E3, but like made it 5 minutes long. They kind of spoke about new things. They did talk about other stuff as well with Pokemon that we did know before, but there was also this new detail that definitely did make it worth knowing some of this new detail. So Pokemon was definitely probably not a highlight for me, but it definitely was the announcement and like discussion thing that made the most sense. That like you know, like they say, that's what I would have predicted. They they said new things and kind of elaborate a little bit on old things. You know, that's kind of what I would have predicted anyways. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't remember much of the Link's Awakening trailer, to be completely honest, because I think it's just forgettable. There wasn't much there. You know, I don't remember much new content. I don't remember anything new being shown or anything. It's just kind of there. I do remember Kirby being in it, but other than that, not much. I don't know how much is new. No one's been saying that any of this is new content, so I'm presuming it's not new content. So yeah, I'm still on the fence about Link's Awakening. I probably not gonna get it, to be honest. I mean, it's just not appealing to me. You know, the art style's not great. There's no new content to bring people in, so it's just kind of like I don't want to say a lazy port, because they did work hard, but it's like, I don't know. I just would have expected more out of a $60 Game Boy game remake. So the highlight for me was Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash and him basically being shadow dropped. That was awesome. I literally, right after I saw the Direct, I turned on my Nintendo Switch and I bought the Fighters Pass, and obviously Banjo-Kazooie got downloaded, and I've been playing with Banjo-Kazooie. And one thing I did not realize, I'm going to do a whole other video about Banjo-Kazooie, by the way, but in Smash. They brought back most of the music from Banjo-Kazooie. Now, in my personal opinion, Banjo-Kazooie's got one of the best soundtracks of all time. Hands down, one of the best soundtracks. And the fact that basically every single main theme was covered. You know, the only exception was Gruntilda's theme, but Gruntilda's theme was oddly integrated in Gobi's Valley's theme. So, I don't know why Gruntilda's theme was put in Gobi's Valley, but either way, all my favorite pieces were there. Spiral Mountain, Gobi's Valley, Treasure Trove Cove, Mumbo Mountain, it was all there. So, it was super, super cool to see all these remixed. I think the only one that wasn't remixed was Freezeezy Peak. I think Freezeezy Peak was the only one that wasn't remixed. The rest of them were remixes, and they were all good. They were all really, really good. Mad Monster Mansion, oh my god, it sounded great. So, Banjo being blown out and saying he's coming out today, and I got to play him, and I loved it. Spiral Mountain stage is amazing. Great job, Sakurai and the team, and of course, more DLC fighters are coming after the 5th character, and that's just mind-blowing to me that they're going to be keeping up with these Smash characters, that there's going to be more. I don't know who it could possibly be. I mean, we don't know. If anyone's coming out with leaks saying, oh, we know who the next 5 characters, the next 3 characters, shut up, you don't. No one knows. So, it'll be really, really interesting to see who the next characters are and how many of them there will be. And how many will come in the future, like if there's going to be more after that. We never know. I'm pretty excited for that. Speaking of Smash Brothers, what's his name? Terry Bogard from the Fatal Fury series got announced. I personally don't care about him, but I will say that his design, like, he's a visually appealing character. Like, I would be more excited for him than I would for, let's say, Hero from Dragon Quest, right? Because Terry Bogard's got more personality to him. I don't know. He kind of just seems like another, like, kind of Street Fighter-like character. But nevertheless, it's pretty cool because, you know, Fatal Fury, I know of the series, just never played it. So, people of that demographic who like that game, happy for you. Glad that he's in. And Sans from Undertale is actually a Mii costume fighter. Now, I'm not one to really care about the Mii costume fighters, but I'll be honest, Sans would probably be one that I buy. I love Undertale. It is actually a really good game. It's one of those games where it's like, you think of, like, when you think of Undertale, you kind of think of cringe, but, like, because, like, you know, the fan base and all that, but I just love Undertale. I think it's a genuinely good RPG. It's an RPG that keeps you engaged with memorable characters, memorable music, just overall a great game. So I'm very happy that Sans, you know, and the biggest thing for me, right, is Toby Fox, the dev behind Undertale. I believe he's the only person to do work on it. He was like a single developer working on this game. And his work, some of his work, Sans costume and Megalovonia, the soundtrack piece, got into Smash Brothers. For an indie developer, that's huge. Like, for one person who created this game, you know what? I give you full props. Congratulations. That's actually really freaking cool. So, yeah. Definitely a great job to Toby Fox. Congratulations for your creation coming to Smash Brothers. May not be an official character, but you know what? As a Mii Fighter costume, basically resembling him, still freaking cool. I am very happy and for Toby Fox, and cannot wait to see if anything more from Undertale could ever come to Smash. Next up, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I never played Xenoblade Chronicles any of the games. The first one, the X2, the one on the 3DS, never played them. They just never appealed to me. Not my style of game, and this is why I thought the Direct wasn't amazing. Because this was the game they ended it on. Like, last time it was, freaking Breath of the Wild 2. And then last year in September, it was Animal Crossing, So, heavy hitters. The past few Directs. I don't remember what there was February Direct. I think it might have been Link's Awakening. I don't know. But, nevertheless, we come here, and it's Xenoblade, and it's just not my style of game. And I've actually heard this from quite a few people, that it's not the big announcement that they would have wanted for the final part of the Direct. It's Xenoblade. I don't care for it, and I know a lot of other people don't, so it's kind of unfortunate. But for those of you who do like Xenoblade, it is coming to the Switch, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully it's something that you guys will definitely play. There are some other little third-party announcements in there, something like a sequel that's coming out that's going to be exclusive to the Switch. I don't remember what the name is. That's how kind of forgettable it was. Assassin's Creed 4 got confirmed, and Rogue. So that's really, really cool. I think those are actually both pretty acclaimed good games. I know the third one's a bit but I heard that 4 and Rogue are pretty good, so that's good that those are coming to Switch. Vampire, I actually didn't even know that one was coming to Switch, but it is. Just Dance, the typical. Devil May Cry 2, which I think was a really weird one for Capcom to announce. I guess I get it. Devil May Cry 1 got released not too long ago, but most people don't really care for 2, so maybe they're just doing it in number order. I don't know. I just think it would have been better if they released a combo pack of the 3 games and actually released it physically. But that's neither here nor there. Devil May Cry 2 is coming. I don't know how I nearly completely forgot this. Super Nintendo is coming to Nintendo Switch Online, which is great because that gives me optimism that in the future we will get more N64 games, like Game Boy or Game Boy Advance games. That's giving me that hope. I'm at the point, like I've said before, I'm kind of at the point where I don't care about Super Nintendo games, but given that, it means that they're giving us more, that they might go farther than Super Nintendo, I'll happily accept Super Nintendo games, especially because they actually kind of released with some heavy hitters, like Mario World and Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid. Stone Race FX was an interesting one. But yeah, definitely some good Super Nintendo titles. Hopefully they can keep up momentum for the next year until they, hopefully, release the next system. I really hope they do that. It'd be really unfortunate if N64 games weren't the next ones up. Or even Game Boy. The thing is, Game Boy games, original Game Boy, I would just be no. I wouldn't accept original Game Boy games. Game Boy / Game Boy Color / Game Boy Advance, I would. The whole Game Boy lineup, sure. But just Game Boy, it's got to be all the Game Boy consoles or N64 next. That's what I'm thinking, that's what I'm hoping, and that's what I'm presuming. I am a little bit disappointed, however, that they didn't talk about improvements to the actual online service. They didn't talk about native voice chats or party systems or stuff like that. They didn't talk about making quality of life improvements to the actual service itself. They just talked about the Super Nintendo games, which I guess it's an improvement for the online, and I guess it kind of makes it worth the $20 a year, since, Super Metroid's a pretty valuable game, Mario World and Yoshi's Island aren't cheap, so, it's definitely worth the $20 now, but the service is still, for an online service, you get the games, but the online service itself is still not of good quality. I think those are all the main points I wanted to cover in this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that down below. Same with my social media links. Got Patreon, Discord, Twitter, Instagram. All in the description down below as well as my merch. You can get t-shirts, not this t-shirt, but a ZakPak t-shirt. I'll be ordering one for myself relatively soon so I can wear it in videos and such so you guys can see. But yeah, so definitely check out all that stuff down in the description down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.